everyone. My name is Rob, and I will be your GM for today. We are running a spooky fall Halloween-themed one-shot today on the Storm Gaming Alliance. So let's go ahead and before we dive in, let's go ahead and meet our players, and we'll start with Mitch.
Hey guys, I'm Mitch. You might recognize my voice from some of the other things on here. Today I'm playing Brody. I'm a blue dragonborn. I do a little bit of fighting and a little bit of sorcery.
Howdy y'all, I'm Jade. I'll be playing Kira Dune. I am a hex blood of the definitely just a halfling persuasion. And I am a druid rogue multiclass with the Circle of Spores druid. And not enough rogue to have a subclass.
Hey there, I'm Pat. Today I will be playing Marcus Rex, a male Aasimar, bard from the College of Valor with a little bit of Warlock Hexblade sprinkled on.
Hi there, my name is John. I'm going to be playing Mizette, a male half-elf blood hunter of the Order of the Lycans.
Alrighty.
Time out.
What?
It really threw me off because he never introduces himself as John.
Yeah, I was actually wondering.
Your name was John.
50-50 on what name he was going to use.
In the other recordings, it's always been John.
It's fine. It just really threw me off. We're good.
Yeah, no,
I didn't know what your real name was.
I hear that name like once per fortnight, so it's fine.
I got lost.
That's all good. So we are going to start off our adventure. You all work for a collective known as the Harrow Group, a guild of supernatural investigators. You are responding to a report of these strange, haunting dreams about this farmstead that has kind of a very dark past. You are to go into the neighboring town of this farmstead and speak with Telma, who is currently the caretaker for the woman who is haunted by these dreams of this very dark past, named Sybil. You're going to go there, get the story from them, and effectively go to the farmstead, investigate, and if there is any type of problem, you are to deal with it, and then report back, let Telma and Sybil know of the results of this investigation, and then report back to the organization for compensation. So you make it to town and you respond to the call. You know, you rap on the door, and you are greeted by a woman with pale skin, very sorrow-creased eyes, and graying brown hair. And she kind of looks over you and goes, are you the investigators?
Indeed we are.
Oh, good. Please come in. And she kind of ushers you inside to a modest, not necessarily small, but modest living space. She kind of sits you all down at the table. She goes, what is it you would like to know about the farmstead and its past?
I suppose biggest question, are there any notable deaths or tragic events that stemmed from this farmstead?
Yes. And she kind of points over, and over by the hearth, you see sitting in a rocking chair, a woman gazing absently into the fire, kind of there, but not there. And she goes, Sybil, was, living in the farmstead, with her family. And some years ago, her mother Cassandra and her father Phineas lived out there. They weren't a well-known couple. They very rarely ventured into town. But Sybil did most of the travel to the market for her parents. One day, Sybil departed with the cart to the village, and you kind of see as like Sybil kind of turns and looks over you all. She goes, I bade my parents farewell as crows cawed overhead like every other day, and my mother and father were in the cornfield building a new scarecrow. My father was, hanging sacks upon the wooden cross to make the body. We were using, we used gourds to serve as the head. It was, in my opinion, grotesque, but it did the job. I went to the village, but I decided to stay longer in town and felt it was more responsible to spend the night with Telma here rather than attempting to brave the road after dark. But as I slept, I was visited by a vision. I saw my mother raising a carving knife and stalking up to my father. And I tried to scream, but before any sound could leave my mouth, my mother plunged the silver-plated knife into his back and carved the life from his body. She then hefted the corpse and draped it in the scarecrow's arms. And as I watched and tried to scream, but nothing but soundless terror, the scarecrow's arms began to move, and it picked up the corpse and raised it to the grotesque gourd head and began to eat my father. And then I woke up and I since never returned to the farm. But there was word that no one, even in passing, has ever seen my parents since.
Quite.
But that is truly an injustice most heinous.
And Talma kind of looks over and goes, that was, albeit quite some time ago, Sybil has lived with me for the past 20 years. The story, the grim story of the farm has, of course, circulated through town, and some people claim to see some very unsettling things in the farm when passing. So I found it would probably be best to have somebody figure out what's going on and investigate as needed to try to put Sybil's mind at ease so she can hopefully move past this.
Of course, of course. Do you mind, can you recall any of these strange things that have been reported seen at the farm?
Tall, lanky figures moving throughout the cornfield. An inordinate amount of crows gathering, flying above. Strange growls coming from the tree line of the forest that borders the property. Some say, to this day at night, the scarecrow stalks the corn and uses its victims to fertilize the fields. From what we know, I cannot confirm. I have not seen any of this, as Sybil has been adamant about never returning to the farm. But the dreams of this scarecrow that haunts her family's cornfield is becoming quite a problem for her, mentally and physically. So we're trying to get it dealt with, and your company was kind enough to offer assistance.
I see, I see. Cohorts, anything else?
Did your family practice any form of religion or have any history of it?
You see Sybil's kind of gone back to that 1,000-yard stare into the hearth, but Telma does speak up and goes, no, her family wasn't religious. At least as far as, she knew, as this was quite some time ago. But no, if they were religious, it was incredibly passive. They never worshipped, Sybil never worshipped any of the gods. Obviously they were never took any kind of interest in the chapel that we have.
I would like to make an insight check on that.
Surely.
The first roll of the game.
A 12.
Well, at least it's double digits. No, she seems very forthcoming. If there was any religious aspects to this, neither her nor Sybil. I mean, obviously Sybil's not really speaking, but Telma seems to be speaking the truth. And after 20 years with this woman, you get a good feel that she'd know if she was cursing the gods for killing her family or something.
Well, that's peculiar.
Well, it seems to me, our most logical course of action is to go investigate that scarecrow.
Yeah.
Wherever it'll be at this point, but hopefully in the same place.
All right.
We shall put the souls to rest.
So, with the general information that you have, you guys are able to board your wagon and exit the village, traveling along a well-worn road. At first, you seem to pass another traveler or a farmhouse every 5 minutes or so. But after about an hour of travel, you find yourselves completely alone on this road. The tiny silhouette of the Ovana farmstead is kind of growing in the distance ever closer. After a little longer, probably about another 20, 30 minutes of travel, you arrive. An uneventful travel, but, that is preferred. Arriving at the farmstead, you see a long abandoned farmhouse, dilapidated. It's got a broken down barn and a windmill towards the back of the property. Most of this very dilapidated, crumbling, the wooden walls bearing deep scars, termites crawling all around. These deep gashes into the wood and whatnot. And it looks as if arguably a single strong blow could knock down any of these structures if you're not careful. And next to the farmhouse is a fairly large cornfield. And despite being abandoned for over 20 years, this cornfield is filled with tall, verdant stalks of corn. I'm going to load the farmstead map for you guys so you get an idea of the land here. So you guys arrive towards kind of this bottom corner here. You've got you've got the farmhouse itself front and center there, barn up towards the right, windmill towards the left, and the cornfield is that fence line on the left-hand side.
Whoa. These guys must have been impeccable farmers if there is still corn going on here.
Is the corn still growing in rows, or has it started to just grow where it lies?
It seems a little bit thicker than like a standard rows of corn would be. So hard to tell if they planted it this way or, without knowing. But it's pretty thick. It's, arguably a very thick sea of corn stalk.
Okay.
Not so much that you can't walk through it, but its visual is going to be a wee bit dicey at times.
Yeah, but since I'm short.
Also that. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we're going to go down the list here. And you guys can pick what you would like to investigate first, and then we can go from there. So we will start with Brody. Where would you like to go?
I don't know. I'm not making decisions.
All right, then who would you like to follow?
How about Marcus?
All right, so Brody's going to follow Marcus.
Yeah, my guy's not the brains of this operation.
All right, Kira, where would you like to go, or are you also sticking with a group?
I do think that we should at least stay in twos, but Kira would first want to check out the farmhouse.
Okay, and Mizit, would you like to accompany Kira, or do you want, or are you looking to kind of group up and just everybody move at a time?
I like the idea of splitting up, but the idea of going with twos is not hurtful. So I would go with Kira to the farmhouse.
Okay, easy enough. So you guys head to the farmhouse. And Marcus, where would you and your stout companion like to go?
All right. If those two are going to take care of looking through the farmhouse, I am going to have Brody come with me, and we'll go to the that windmill up there.
All right, so you guys are gonna go up towards the windmill. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and we'll cover the house first, and then we'll move along as we go. So coming up to this farmhouse, you see, The door is there, once again, heavily scarred. You see termites crawling all throughout the wood and such. What would you like to do? We'll go with Kira.
I should open the door, and if she was any stronger, she'd probably pull it off the hinges with how broken it is.
So as you open this door, it actually does in fact just fall off these hinges and kind of just
good.
clatters to the ground. And kind of looking through the doorway, you're able to see, at least from your vantage point outside, you're able to see a room covered in cobwebs and, the fantastic smell of mildew growing inside of, a house with a busted roof and such. Are you guys going in or just kind of poking your head in to inspect?
Kira would be going inside.
Okay. Mizit, are you following?
Yes, I am.
All right. Both of you can go ahead and make me either perception for broad looking around or investigation if you're looking for something in particular. Well, you guys kind of decide on that. We'll go up to the windmill real quick. Marcus and Brody, you see a very similar state that I described for the farmhouse. This is, broken, dilapidated, crumbling in places. The door has completely fallen off the hinges at this point. What would you, are you going in?
I bet we could see just about everything from up top here, man.
I'm sure we could, but I also don't think this thing could support more than what it's got with how old it is and unkept. But let's at least take a look at the first floor here and see if there's any sort of anything we can really find. Tracks, clean places amongst a bunch of dust, that sort of thing.
Oh, dude, right on.
Marcus will put his shield on and cast light on the shield.
Okay.
So it emits light, and he'll head in first.
Okay. So you guys are going into, so once again, much like the house group, perception for general, investigation for specifics, and we will come back to you in a moment. Kira.
I rolled perception at 29.
All right. Perception at 29. And Mizit, are you just accompanying or are you looking for anything?
I was going to ask if I could do perception, but specifically for hearing, as I would be more advantageous.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Roll perception at advantage.
Yep, just want to, similar to investigation, but what I hear for specific sounds.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which would be at a 26.
Woo! All right. That is also our first natural 20.
Nice.
So, with those stellar rolls, as you go in, looking around, you see once again just dust, cobwebs, mildew, bugs, animal tracks. Mizit, you hear kind of the scurrying of what you know to be like rats and such, trying to find a safe haven at the sound of the door coming off the hinges. And you see a single raven lurking in the rafters. Kind of looks at you, turns its head and looks at you all, and starts to kind of like caw as you walk through the door and starts, flapping its wings. The show of intimidation that birds do. And then it flies out through the broken window towards the cornfield.
It would seem that nature is running its course, taking this place back from our hands.
Or whatever's possessing all of this mess just got seen of us, at least.
Most likely both.
And then Marcus with a 28.
Yep, because I have advantage. I just
Gross.
forgot to roll it that way.
And with a 28, you see a very similar state, except obviously you see like molded wheat and corn and things like that. Brody with a 2, you're not exactly sure what you're looking at, but it's gross.
Oh, man, that is totally not copacetic, man.
As you guys are searching, you hear the crow cawing, but not really anything crazy, not anything out of the usual, especially not for farmland.
Dude,
But
birds.
God, I love it.
Indeed.
As you guys are looking around and stuff, moments later, you feel a tremor starting to shake the foundation of these buildings, and the ceilings start to cave in. I will need all 4 of you to give me dexterity saving throws.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, I had a critical failure on that one.
All right.
Ooh,
I'm still real enamored by them birds.
not my best, but still okay.
Yeah, no, they're
Okay.
very interesting. So,
It's not the worst. It's double digits.
Mizit, you pass. Marcus, you just pass. Brody and Kira are not as fortunate. But diving out of the way of as much rubble as you can, you guys will take. Kira and Brody, you'll be taking 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
And Marcus and Mizit, you'll be taking 7, as it all kind of just comes crashing down around you guys, and you're able to make it out of the brunt, so you're not trapped or anything like that. You look over, and it looks like the barn has also caved in as well. I will say, Kira, with your and Mizit, with your exceptionally high perception checks, you guys kind of see and hear the sound of, like, after kind of the rubble settles and stuff, and you look up, you kind of hear the sound of something kind of clattering down some of the rubble and hitting the floor of what's left of the house.
Did that not seem natural to you, Marcus?
I am gonna go on a limb here and say no.
Cool. So it's not just me then. All right.
Are you trapped?
I don't think so. DM, am I trapped?
No, you're able to kind of maneuver and kind of push your way out of the little bit of rubble that luckily didn't crush anything important.
Nah, man.
Yeah, your tail got stuck for a second, but that's about it.
Nah, you know me. I just had to stay a little bit liquid, and I was able to, shimmy and shake my way out of here.
That's good. Let's see if we can reconvene with the others. Double time it.
Oh yeah, those guys. All right. So I'm gonna head over towards them.
So as you guys make your way down, and as I said, Kira and Mizit, you hear the sound of something, and you kind of see it in your peripherals, Kira, of something kind of clattering down the rubble from what was once the second floor, down onto the floor, probably 5 or so feet in from the door.
I
will dispel light on my shield too. Sorry, I forgot to mention.
Because since I have the skullgraphy, I don't get disadvantage from my dark vision, but also the house doesn't exist anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go to see what fell, because the house already hurt me. I'm taking its loot.
Yeah. So it doesn't require any kind of check. It's pretty easy to see. It is a small wooden carving of a raven.
Dude, I told you. Birds.
I
feel as Kira's investigating this, you guys are kind of rounding the corner to see a very similar collapsed building site that you just left.
I'm not gonna grab the raven with my bare hands. I'm actually gonna grab it with the net, just in case it's cursed.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. So you grab it and kind of just like take a look. Doesn't seem, the only thing on this raven besides obviously the likeness is on the bottom. You see the name Phineas inscribed on it.
Okay. We never did ask her parents' names.
Yes, she said her mother was Cassandra
did.
and her father was Phineas.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's her dad's raven. Found something of their father. If they were doing anything occult, this was probably theirs.
I don't know, man. It looks like just a little bird toy to me. It couldn't possibly hurt nobody.
I'd like to take a closer look at that raven. I want to see if my bardic college years at all, if anything about this raven statue sort of pops out and reminds me of something. I would like to look into like history in that regard.
Sure. Yeah, go for it.
All right. Okay. I just had to make sure if I could do something. Here we go. A 13.
All right. With a 13, nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, it's a pretty good likeness of a raven, but it's about it. Nothing, nothing crazy about how it's carved or anything like that. It's just a very rudimentary carving.
I see. I'm just more concerned, especially since there wasn't talk of any sort of earth tremors, at least from what the two we spoke to said. I'm gonna look towards the barn. The barn you said also fell down and is in
Yes.
pieces.
Yep. Yeah, it's collapsed in a similar manner as the windmill and the house.
Oh man, we should definitely go check out that barn. Spooky things always happen in the barn, and I've been on enough of these jobs to know that.
We may want to glance over the rubble for a moment, just to check if anything of note is still findable.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, like, I was inside some of that rubble. What if there's somebody else in the rubble? And I shout into the rubble, "Is anybody alive in there?"
No response.
Yeah, that's good.
Kira looks up at him and then does like the head tilt thing, just like really thinking about it.
I mean, I mean, if you guys want to check over the rubble, you guys can give me perception or investigation. Your
Sure.
guys' choice.
I'll investigate that rubble.
Hiya!
I'll do a perception.
I'll help with investigating.
All right, an 18 with my -1.
Huh? 19 perception.
I've got a filthy 20.
Oh yeah, you got
All
it
right.
nice and filthy. I apologize.
Dude, everybody knows Brody digs rubble.
And Mizit, what do you got?
A solid 9 for my investigation.
All right, gentleman's 9. We love those nat ones. Get them out now. Looking over the rubble, I mean, you see the remnants of ill-kept farm equipment and things like that, but nothing of note.
Hmm.
So, is there anything else on the farmstead proper that you would like to check out?
I do believe it's corn time.
Oh, sweet. I love me some corn.
Were you, Clara, were you and Mizet able to possibly find that silvered knife that our our contracted is looking for? Or not looking for, but had seen in her dream.
The house fell on me, so not quite.
I would say there with your guys' roles though, there was nothing in your line of vision for it.
Well, if we're going into the corn, I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to light up a pipe.
Okay.
As I kind of start strolling in that general direction.
Yeah, easy enough. So you guys start over to the corn. As you kind of make your way over, somehow this cornfield is filled with life. Its stalks are tall. The sound of buzzing insects fill the air. The stalks are so thick and so close together, they form a tiny ocean of green and yellow, dotted only by several tall scarecrows standing like sentinels on posts. Up above, you see crows circling the cornfield like buzzards, and they kind of begin to caw as you start approaching the fence.
So I'm not much of a math dragon. That's never been my forte. Wasn't there only one of these scarecrows?
I don't believe they recounted how many scarecrows were on the fields, just that, oh my, I am terrible with names. The one who had the visions,
Sybil.
Sybil, yes, thank you, God. The one that had the visions, Sybil, she only spoke of one scarecrow, so I assume at the very least one of these is our troublemaker.
Yeah, right on.
If not, maybe all of them. Who knows?
Yeah, shot in the cornfield here. Probably gonna be the one in the middle.
If there's a center.
I mean,
some point.
there appears to be a rough center to the cornfield.
Most excellent.
As to which scarecrow's which, you're unsure.
How's the corn look?
So, corn looks vibrant and healthy.
All right. I'm gonna take an
now,
ear and eat some
Should I eat some raw
Yeah,
corn?
sure.
pure.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I will say,
I'm a dragon. I'll eat a cob and all.
You're right.
mechanics wise, as you enter this cornfield will be counted as difficult terrain.
All right.
Each square is 5 feet as standard. It's all gridded out, so you can use the measuring tool. Everything should line up fairly well.
Just in case something is watching us, because I bet something is, I am going to. I recommend us act a bit quieter than we often do, and I'm going to kind of pass it out trace on us.
Okay. And just give me one moment here while I move some stuff around.
I believe in you.
All right. I meant to set this beforehand and completely forgot.
What a fun area for the editors to cut out.
I know, right?
How are you, Justin or Zach? Or both of you?
I hope both of you are
don't-
doing well.
No, don't acknowledge the editors. They don't exist.
I think you're real editors.
Crazy. I think with enough belief, you could be a real boy, Justin.
No, see, just for that comment, they're gonna put like Benny Hill theme behind everything I say from now on.
So everything's going to have like a squeaky toy sound to it.
Ooh,
Jesus.
I like that. I'm all right with that.
All right, we're back. So, where would you like to go first? And who is going to go first?
Maybe we should just roll initiative.
Yeah. I think Edge of the Cornfield could be fun. Give me 1 second here, and I will grab your initiatives. Alrighty, go ahead and give me those initiative rolls.
Hiya.
Most excellent.
And we'll go down the list in just a second. So, Akira, what did you get?
Oh, me. 8.
All right, Marcus,
I got a 23.
Mizit,
The 24.
and Brody.
20, not nat.
Alrighty.
I'm very angry about my 8, given all of those 20s.
Do better. That's all I got.
All right, easy enough. You got that healer initiative. It's all right.
Every time.
So
That's true. You can't fix us if we're
remember
not
this.
dead first.
This cornfield will count as difficult terrain. So basically, you guys are moving at half speed, unless you have something that overrides difficult terrain. So we will go ahead and start with Mizit.
Well, let's see. So this will be more of a DM question on one thing I want to find out.
Sure.
Would I be able to just give myself a little bit of walk back to do a bit of a jump over?
I mean, maybe, but it is going to involve a check to not get pelted by corn.
Oh, you're gonna be a corn star, buddy.
I'll take the risk.
All right. I will say, because obviously no check is needed to make a jump, but go ahead and we're going to call this acrobatics to try to avoid getting thrown off course. Because remember, corn is usually like anywhere from 6 to 10 feet tall.
Just remember, my friend, if corn is not a liquid, unless it's creamed,
Well,
I'm not healing your character.
I don't care. If I die, I die.
It's just, man.
okay, well, at least I can add 10 feet to the distance of this and 3 more feet to the high jump of it, so let's see how it goes.
Yeah, give it a try. All right. With a 15, I'd say you can cover. What's your move speed's 45? I'd say you can cover 30 feet
So about,
in whichever direction you'd like to go.
let's see, so that'd be about 15. So it's around probably here.
Well, no, I meant 30 feet in total. Like you can go 30 feet in any direction you want.
We'll go with the farthest here.
All right. So you guys see as kind of Mizit launches off the fence and into the cornfield towards we'll call it the northeastern scarecrow. And you see as he lands, you guys cannot see him whatsoever once he disappears back into the corn. He is maybe a glint of his blonde hair, but arguably you can barely see him through these stalks. So that will be your movement. What else would you like to do?
So based on where I'm landing, I noticed that there would be a scarecrow here. Is it looking just like a regular one from the looks of it?
I mean, yeah, it looks like a scarecrow.
Well, it can't surprise me at all. So let's just take a small peek and see if there's anything I can notice from like the face, I guess.
All right. So moving up from this distance, you can see its sacks of whether it's hay or whatnot, kind of strung together on a post. A crudely carved gourd that is a little gnarly, to be honest. It is, the gourd's it's sagging after all of these years. So it's pretty gnarly, but I mean nothing. There's nothing out of the ordinary as far as scarecrows scarecrows you have seen.
Okay. Well, I will test a possible theory. Draw my rapier and cut a little slit on its clothing to see.
All right. So you draw your rapier and you kind of, it's the shirt. You kind of slit the sleeve a little bit, and some dust. Obviously kind of comes off and comes out of it. Some hay dust. But nothing else happens. So we will move to Marcus.
Marcus, seeing Mizzet just kind of throw themselves into the corn, looks at Brody and points in the general direction and goes, do please keep an eye on them. And he will look to Clara and goes, I'm going south if you'd accompany me.
That sounds like a great move for me.
10, man,
15,
when
just
did I
get
have to
those.
learn what south was?
And once again, Kira, as Marcus walks into the corn, as you are following him, I will say, like, once you guys get like if you at very minimal times you get like a 5 foot, he gets like a 5 foot lead on you, it gets real hard to see. But he makes his way in. Is there anything you're doing with your action or bonus action, Marcus?
I will go ahead and use the remainder of my things to Marcus kind of snaps his fingers and a long sword appears in a backhand grip in his free hand.
Okay.
As I summon my pack weapon.
Okay. Easy enough. Alrighty. So we are now coming up on Brody.
Well, Mizzet, while your leap was most bodacious, I'm gonna come in after you, I guess. Can get a random direction for you? Did you land where I think you did? I'm gonna move in.
I mean, you have. I'd say you have a pretty decent idea, and as you kind of get a little bit away, you can see flashes of his blonde hair and
Cool.
and armor and such. So, you can see him. He's there. If you want to get closer, you can use your action to dash if you'd like, or you can do whatever else you would like to do.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my action to dash. I'm gonna get up next to him.
Okay.
And then when I'm over there, I'm gonna say something along the lines of, like, if there's anybody here that's not corn, can you just tell me now?
You hear crows calling above you.
That's my bird. I'm telling
Anything
you,
else?
man, these birds, it's all a conspiracy, man.
I love it. I love it so much.
And take another.
Is that
I'll
all
take
for you,
another puff
Brody?
I'm gonna take another puff of my pipe, I guess.
All right. Kira, that brings us to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow Marcus southward.
Alrighty.
Try to keep as close to him as I can to keep a good eye on him. We did make the choice of the 2 healers went south, the 2 non-healers went north, but we're gonna not worry about that.
Well, not every plan is perfect. Alrighty. So that will, after Kira, that brings us back up to Mizzet.
Oh, Brody. Okay, so I see that at least walking around here, besides not getting lost, and doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with the ground around here, at least.
One can't be lost if one doesn't know where they're going.
I need you to know that's not really how it's going to work. But anyway, the only reason I jumped is because I wasn't sure if there's anything going on with the ground, and at least now I know that you guys, or at least some of us, can be able to see somewhat here.
Yeah.
Well, as far as anything with this scarecrow, it just seems to be a normal one. Nothing up on its body and nothing else of suspicion. So, I see that Marcus and Clara are not with you?
No, they wandered off into the other direction. Somebody said south, which I think is that way, and he's very clearly pointing north.
Beautiful. Play to your strengths.
Right, so go the opposite of where you're pointing.
Sure.
Well, I guess we'll try to catch up with them and see if anything shows up to us on the way.
Okay. Once again, you got half move because of difficult terrain, but go ahead and you can obviously action dash to make it another half move. So
So that would be about.
Yeah, that would be your move if
Yep.
if you're just going standard.
I'll just stop here to wait to make sure and see if I can. I'll turn back around to see, make sure and see if Brody is keeping up.
We'll get to that when we get to that.
Yep.
Marcus.
All right. I'm gonna take another technically 10-foot step to get up to here.
Yeah.
Where I can see this next scarecrow.
Oh yeah.
Looking at it, kind of the same like you explained last scarecrow.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they're
Gnarly
a
and
little bit
dilapidated.
little bit of artist rendition of, no scarecrow's face is carved the same, but generally about, identical.
Sure. Looking at this stuff, Marcus will look back towards Clara and just kind of say, Clara, do you have any detection spells for life or forces? Good, evil, fiend, fey?
No, I didn't think to take that one.
Curses.
I do have curses.
Oh, as do I.
All right, that one got me.
All right, then. I will go ahead and use... Just because, we're in a cornfield, and the only thing that we were told was that the cornfield might have a scary creature. I'm going to go ahead and burn one of my third level spells to cast Armor of Agathis on myself.
All right, easy enough. So you see, Kira, you see as a icy kind of carapace-esque, armor kind of traces the lines of Marcus's armor that he is wearing, and it just kind of you see the frost kind of harden in place.
Cool.
Anything else, Marcus?
That's about all I could think to do right now.
All right, Brody.
So instantly losing Mizzet in the corn.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna turn and address the only thing that I see in front of me right now. Mr. Scarecrow, you wouldn't happen to be Mr. Phineas, are you?
I do love that. And Brody, you kind of you're looking up at this thing with its, stupid smile carved into it and whatnot, and then it tilts its head down at you.
Oh, I don't like that. I'm gonna cast Burning Hands.
All right, go ahead.
Cool.
Is that a save?
Yeah, it's a dex save.
All right.
Thin sheet of flame shoot forth from you, each creature in a 15-foot cone, which is only going to be him.
Yeah.
Makes a dex save or take 3d6 fire damage.
All right. Rolled from a 19 to a 1. So definitely fails.
Yeah, so he's going to take the full amount here. 9 points of fire damage.
All right. So you see as you hit him with the fire, you see that it has a pretty decent scorching effect on this as the scarecrow kind of reels. You guys in the lower sections of the field hear this kind of horrendous screech sound coming from the general direction of where Mizzet and Brody were.
My friends, the scarecrow looked at me weird.
I'd say you guys could hear him if he's yelling that.
Yeah.
I'd say you guys could
or
hear him,
as much of a yell as I ever do.
Yeah, so I'd say Mizzet, you could definitely hear something going on. And I'd say Marcus and Kira, you hear something, but you're not quite sure what it was. Somebody was definitely talking.
I'm sure looking up that way we can see the smoke, though.
Just barely through this corn.
Oh, good.
You can smell it more than you can see it.
Popcorn.
So that's going to bring us to the Scarecrow's turn.
Oh, good.
Oh, no.
This thing is going to jump off the kind of platformy post it was standing on, and it's going to make 2 claw attacks against you.
All right.
First one is a 21 to connect.
Ooh. Yeah, that'll hit.
All right. That'll be 3 points of slashing damage, and I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, no. That's my other dumb stat.
You have 2?
I rolled a 9 and an 11.
Oh,
fair enough.
So Until the end of the Scarecrow's next turn, you are under the frightened condition,
Oh,
There.
which, for those at home that aren't privy to all the random rules of Dungeons and Dragons, means that you cannot knowingly move towards the target you are frightened of. You have disadvantage on attack rolls against it. So have fun with that.
There.
And it's going to make its second swing at you. But I don't believe a 15 connects.
Nope. 15 does not.
Oh, all righty. So that is all for him. All right. So that brings us to Kira.
all right. Hearing whatever's happening over there. Give me a second. I'll glance at my spells. Yeah, I don't think I need that yet because I don't quite know that. I don't know that we're in combat.
You know something's going on and it smells like something is burning.
That's fair. In that case, I am going to tap Marcus on the shoulder.
All right.
Freedom of movement. Go deal with that.
Hey. So you feel a bolstering magic kind of surround you, Marcus, and you feel less restrained and less claustrophobic in this cornfield than
Yeah,
you
you're
once
no
did.
longer affected by difficult terrain, and you can automatically escape restraints with 5 feet of movement.
Goody, goody.
All right.
Here we go.
Anything else, Kira?
That will be my action. With my bonus action, I'm going to do the Skyrim stealth. Okay, hit that squat because I'm light.
All right. So you kind of.
Yeah,
I like
and
that.
because I have the Skulker feat and I have Pass Without Trace on all of us right now, I can hide as long as I am lightly obscured.
Yep.
And also I have a plus 10 to my stealth. So that's
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me.
it says
stealth.
22, but it's actually 32.
32. All right. You kind of vanish into the stalks of corn.
I'm going to move slightly farther away from where I know a scarecrow is because I don't trust the scarecrow.
Yeah, surely.
That's all my things.
All right. Marcus, as you feel this tap on your shoulder, and Kira goes, all right, you go deal with that. You see as the scarecrow in front of you is lunging down towards you.
Deal with what? Oh, hello.
It's going to be a 15 for the first strike.
Shielded. Or, well, not the spell shield, but blocked.
I gotcha. And an 18 for the second.
Blocked.
All right. So nothing goes on there. And that'll bring us up to Mizzet. You smell smoke. You heard Brody yell something about it attacked me first. And you faintly heard Marcus go, oh, in the distance.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
So, what's a man to do?
well, I know that Marcus is at least not by himself, so I will go back to Brody and try to help him out.
Okay. Go ahead and you can do 20 feet, which will put you back in your spot. And you see Brody being harrowed by a animated scarecrow.
Okay, that's interesting.
What are you going to do?
Well, I'm going to use my bonus action to invoke my Crimson Right.
All right. So go ahead and roll the D6, I believe it is.
A D8.
Go ahead and roll the D8 for damage to invoke.
Oh,
So you will take 4 points of damage. And what invocation do you have? What invocation do you have?
well, I'm going with my Crimson Right. It's going to be the Rite of Flame.
All right. So, Brody, you see as Mizzet comes running back through the corn, kind of unsheathing or kind of like pulling his rapier to the side. You see him kind of like nick part of his arm as he runs at you. And you see the sword just ignite in flame as he runs towards you.
Awesome.
And for your action?
I'm going to try and hit this Scarecrow.
All right. Go ahead and give me that attack check.
We'll go with the first one here. Oh, not as well as we hope.
That will
12.
connect.
Oh. So this is just for the weapon itself. And then there's the
Nice.
D8 of fire.
And this is a +1 rapier, correct?
That is correct.
Alrighty.
Just one hit, one fire damage included with it.
You see as you carve through that fire, like it hits, and then like you see it like rapidly kind of eat up a little bit more hay through the like the moth-eaten clothes that the scarecrow is wearing.
All right, I'll try to go for a second attack with it.
All right, go for it.
Oh, with a natural 20.
You could roll damage if you'd like, but with its remaining 5 hit points, and as you both can surmise, its vulnerability to fire.
I'll roll it just so that way the D&D Beyond will know that the natural crit was already rolled off.
Yeah, so 21 points of standard. That's that'll that'll do it. So that scarecrow kind of falls motionless to the ground, the gourd head kind of rolling and settling between you and Brody's feet.
You're right there, bud.
Yeah, I had it under control. I'm pretty sure that was Mr. Phineas.
In the distance, you both hear another shrieking shrill come from more south of the cornfield.
Oh no!
Well, we'll figure out if it's him or not.
Oh no! There's problems in the north.
Go ahead, buddy. Go to the north.
Oh, that's funny. All right. Marcus.
Blocking with the shield, Marcus kind of just looks over the shield a little bit and just sighs and says, I knew it was going to be you all, and he's going to bring his sword up in an uppercut since he's in close quarters. He's got it backhand held. He's going to try and fight that way.
Yeah, go for it. Make that attack.
27 for the first swing.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit. And what kind of, is this just your standard longsword?
Yeah, it's just a standard longsword.
Alrighty.
For 13 points of damage.
All right, you see as it slices in, not doing as much as you're used to.
It's
it's
my
your
packed weapon, so it's technically magical damage.
That's right, packed weapon. Never mind.
Sorry,
belay that.
I just meant I didn't have any like fire or ice or anything on it.
No, belay that. It does exactly what you think it would.
Yeah, good. All right, next swing. 18 to hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
For another 13 points of damage.
Nice. It goes through, and you see you're kind of just carving off lumps of hay and such from this scarecrow. Anything for your bonus action?
Just a second, because I think I have 2 bonus action spells. Oh, right. Never mind. The other one's summon chair. No, I'm fine.
Hey, I have that too.
What?
All right. That'll bring us to Brody.
Cool.
There's trouble in the north, according to you.
Yeah, so hearing a shout from the south, thinking it's north, I head east.
Yeah, go for it. Head whatever direction you think east is.
I'm confused.
And I'm going to move my 15 feet. Because difficult terrain. Do I see the
You'd
scarecrow?
be right there.
Sorry, I misjudged.
You're good. So running through, you're a fairly tall individual, right?
Yeah.
The
7
scarecrow in the
foot.
middle of the
Yes.
field is not where it was.
Oh, beans. Can I see it?
Nope.
Oh.
You could roll me a perception check if you want to try to get through this corn, but it's going to be at disadvantage because it is not within 5 feet of you. So everything outside of 5 feet is lightly obscured in this cornfield.
That's fine.
We love it. We love lightly obscured.
13?
All right. No, you do not see that scarecrow anywhere.
Oh, no.
My friends, I think the scarecrows are moving.
I'd say Mizit, you can definitely hear that, and Kira, you could make out something moving.
Yes, we kind of figured it with the first one.
I'm gonna pull out my sword then and just get ready, I guess.
Absolutely. Alrighty. And you hear it, Brody, as it's not abandoning all attempts at any kind of stealth. Another scarecrow approaches you from your side there, but it cannot make any attacks as it used its action to dash through the cornfield towards you.
Most excellent.
That will bring us to Kira.
That's me. Because that scarecrow is still alive on top of near Marcus, I'm going to move. Oh wait, is it alive?
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's still alive.
You can once again you can barely see anything. Anything with more than 5 feet of corn in between is lightly obscured.
You're the closest to me, and I don't know that scarecrow exists yet over by Brody.
Yeah, I will say you can definitely hear the sounds. You definitely hear the sounds of like impact being made on.
Yeah.
For sure.
So I'm gonna go use my movement to get into assisting Marcus range.
Alrighty.
Is that a bonus action or is that an action?
Good question.
It is an action because it counts.
Probably
yeah, it's
an
an action
action.
because it counts as my wild shape. Gotcha. How long does that last? 10 minutes. I'm gonna become one with the spores. I'm gonna use my wild shape to release my halo of spores.
All right. So I'd like to think Marcus is you hear Kira coming up behind you. You kind of watch as like this band or halo or fog of sorts kind of like expands in a circular kind of like a slow spinning motion, like somebody's zooming in on something, and it kind of just expands around, and they're kind of just like little puffball spores,
Yeah, like you
is kind
see
of
on
what you're
mushrooms,
seeing.
yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, everything gets a little bit more gross. It's gonna be great. And because I don't have, that would be my whole action. Do I have any bonus actions?
Yes.
Aside from just hiding again or continuing to be hidden?
Also, good
I
question.
don't think I do. Who needs bonus actions? Because it uses an action, I just want to be able to have something that I've done. Actually, wait, I do have something. No, never mind. Yeah,
All right.
I'm just gonna create. I'm gonna pull out a tooth as an eerie token and just place it down Marcus's shirt. And that just exists on you now.
Gross.
That's my turn.
Gross. I love it. Alrighty. Mizzet, that brings us to you.
Am I able to see Brody at all still?
Barely.
Just barely?
Yep. You know the direction he ran.
East, north.
He ran north as far as according to himself.
He ran that
But I
way.
do-
Yep. Dude, my guy doesn't know directions.
He ran a direction. I'm going to follow that same direction and just try to see what I can
Easy
get
enough. Yeah.
to. And
you got 20 feet to move.
Yep.
I'd say, yeah, you can easily, you come and you see another scarecrow like sprinting and arriving right in the almost the same time you do, and looking like it is ready to assault.
hey, buddy, this isn't okay then in the swing.
All right, go ahead and make that attack check.
There's a 24.
Oh my goodness. 100% hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. As far as the weapon, 9. And then 1d8 of fire. That is 4 fire.
All right, so that'll actually be 8 fire, as you all have learned. All right, still up.
And we'll make for the second attack.
Alrighty.
Oh, just shy of a net.
Yeah, definitely gonna hit though.
Well, 12 piercing.
Alrighty.
And
Yep.
6 total fire.
All right, this thing is hanging on by a thread, but it's there. All right. So you guys are going after and doing some major damage. And Mizzet, you get like this feeling, the hair on the back of your neck stands up, and you kind of glance, and from the corner of your eye, you see this massive scarecrow with this crazy rotted gourd shaped head, wielding what looks to be a scythe made of pure shadow, appears behind you, and it is going to make its attacks on you.
Okay. It's not trying to do it as a surprise, correct?
What's that?
It's not trying to do it as a surprise, is it?
Can you not be surprised?
Nope.
With what feature?
Alert.
Ah, nice. Well, I mean, technically, this isn't surprise. Technically, it's an attack from stealth. So it is not a surprise round, but I don't think you're affected by stealth with alert either.
Nope. It's just mainly just to make sure I don't get advantage on me.
I mean, that's fine. It's still gonna take a swipe at you here. All right. First roll is gonna be a natural 20 as it swings its scythe. So, okay, that's relatively low. I rolled really crappy on the dice, man.
I love the fear of that.
Yeah, wasn't a big fan of that. So it's going to be 13 slashing damage. And then it's going to go ahead and you see these gnarly, like, green kind of oozy claws come up, and it's going to slash at you.
Nasty.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, it is. And that is going to be a 18 to connect.
Oof.
That does hit me.
All right. That'll be 12 points of necrotic damage.
Ow, I mostly do that to myself. Thank you.
All right. And that is all for him. So as this very imposing scarecrow appears, we're going to go ahead and take a small break before we dive back in. So everybody go ahead, stretch your legs, top your drinks off, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Oh.
Rest is good for the blood.
All right, I'm back. Anybody else still missing?
I think it's just me here.
No, I'm here.
No.
I just didn't want to talk to you.
Oh, okay. I feel personally insulted.
No, I was genuinely talking. I just left the mic muted.
Okay, nice.
All right. So Marcus, it is your turn.
Right. Well, Marcus is going to do is he looks over his shoulder at Clara, and as a bardic inspiration point, he is going to look at them and say, I appreciate the assistance, I truly do, but the other ones can't fix themselves, so skedaddle and skidoo. And he's going to turn around and try and slash out the scarecrow.
I hate everything about what you just said, but go ahead.
You missed the perfect rhyme of "get out of here, you."
Damn, I did. All right, let's see here. 24 for the first swing.
Yeah, 100% hits.
Oof, 8 points of damage.
Alrighty.
And this last swing here, a 16.
All right, no need to roll for damage. With its 2 remaining hit points, you manage to slash this thing from, shoulder to hip, and it just kind of falls apart.
All right, this is good. This is good. Then I will take my 15 to 1.
No, you have full 30.
2,
You have
3.
you have all of it.
Yeah, you have
Oh, that's
freedom
right. I
of
have full
movement.
30. Bop, bop.
You
and I'll
see
come right to
this
here.
massive scarecrow face more rotted and contorted than the other you had encountered. And I will say it doesn't take much to notice that there is a silvery glint of something driven all the way into its chest.
And Marcus just kind of appears out of the corn, looks at the scarecrow, and points at it with the pommel of his sword because he's keeping it backhand, and just goes, You look like a piece of shit. Come on. Puts the shield up, trying to call it out, but I don't have command duel, so that's the best I got.
All right, and that'll bring us to Brody.
Cool. I'm a backhand it with burning hands and say no, go away. So I need a deck save from it.
What are you hitting with burning hands?
The legendary scarecrow, the big guy, the new one that just popped in
All right, I will say you are going to hit both of your allies.
with burning. Oh yeah, I guess that is a.
It's a cone.
Yeah, that is a cone.
Yeah. So you'd be looking at about that. So it does intersect.
Yeah, I don't exactly want to slap these guys. You know what? In that case, then it's a line.
Lightning. A line would be perfectly fine.
Cool. I'm gonna use lightning bolt then.
All right. So
Instead.
lightning bolt is a dexterity save.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
All right. That is a 17.
All right. So they're gonna take half of whatever I roll.
Alrighty.
Jesus. Oh, I also was upcasting that at third level, by the way.
That's fine.
Which,
so it's going to be
yeah.
19 points. Would be halved
Yeah.
from 39.
And then
that strikes out and it hits true.
Cool.
I mean, he definitely moves out of the way, so it grazes a little more than strikes center mass. But you can tell it did what you needed it to do.
That's fine. And then using so my subclass is Constellation Born. So using one of those, I'm going to
So make sure that it's a bonus action and not an action.
Yeah, so this takes effect if I hit with something above first level that does damage.
There you go. All right.
So spinning around because I don't have to attack the same guy. I'm going to fire a 30-foot cone at the other scarecrow, and I'm going to angle it in such a direction that it does not hit Mizzet.
That you can do. I
Yeah.
believe if you fire it off straight this way.
Yeah, I can.
It does theoretically intersect with that square. So yeah, we'll call it. Yeah, you can.
Cool. I need a dex save from them.
All right, because they are super dexterous. A gentleman's 8.
Cool. Then they're gonna take 2d6 fire damage.
All right.
5.
Oh, so that member doubled.
Nice try.
Yeah, you let out. And what is this? Burning Hands?
No, it's the you just see like a dragon
it's
head.
the Draco constellation.
Yeah, you just see a dragon head kind of pop out of my hand, and then we kind of look at each other after he breathes fire.
Yeah, it kind of, you see like this ethereal dragon head kind of form with all of the points, glowing like like stars in the sky, and you watch as just this gout of flame blows out and incinerates that scarecrow to dust.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Hang on, I'm seeing what that was. It doesn't say that there was a bonus action, so theoretically I still have my bonus action.
Let me double check real quick. Hang on. No, that just happens 3 times. You can do it 3 times per day.
Awesome, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that just happens.
Bonus action. How about action surge? Because fighter. And I'm gonna stab this dude with my Summer's Dance sword.
All right. So you see as Brody kind of wheels around, blasts this gout of flame, and then wheels this golden bladed scimitar towards the larger, more imposing scarecrow.
All right. So that first attack, it's gonna be a 20 to connect, but not that.
Yep, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll some damage.
Yep. 9 points. And then I'm going to make my second attack. Hey, nat 20 for 29
Very nice.
total.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that damage.
16 points of damage there.
Alrighty. Fantastic.
And
you see it carve in.
Yeah. Every part of me wants to bonus action summon a chair and sit down. However, I'm going to be mildly intelligent and bonus action Misty Step and get on the other side of it.
Yeah, I will say even lightly obscured, you can see that.
All right, cool. Then yeah, and I guess I'll have.
Yeah, so you guys watch as he slashes out twice with his scimitar, and then the pommel glows this faint color, and he just disappears and reappears on the other side of the scarecrow.
All right, and that was one of my 3 a day charges, which I don't have a spot to mark that off, but that's fine.
You can mark it in the inventory in the item itself.
Oh, can I?
Yep.
Oh, neat.
All right. So that'll bring us to
It's me.
Kira.
I'm going to, because I am part rogue, I can bonus action dash. 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, hey guys. Oh shit, that's a big skeleton. That is the accent I was using before.
Yeah, this thing is this thing is just massive comparatively.
That is a massive bloke.
Love it. What do you do?
In that case, I am going to... Yeah, I already did that. I've never hit that button, though. That's fine. You all know that I did it. You all believe me.
No.
I'm gonna stab it.
No, you're
with
not.
my rapier.
Don't believe
All right.
it.
For a 26.
Yeah, that'll definitely hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. And that'll do a D8 plus 3, which will be halved because I know that it has, I assume it has resistance to physical. And then it also take necrotic damage afterwards. So.
All right. So go ahead and roll your physical.
It's 2 after it gets halved. I rolled
All right.
4.
And you see as the necrotic just withers away off of this thing.
Is it fully immune to it?
It is.
That sucks. Oh no, I built the character that is the Well, that's bad.
Well, at least you helped me out.
All right. So,
Shit. Okay. That's my turn then.
Clara, you feel that primal caveman fear, if as it were, as another scarecrow comes sprinting through the cornfield at you.
Oh no, my bones.
And it is going to go ahead and try to attack you.
I'd rather it didn't. Actually, as it moved within 10 feet of me, can I get
Yes.
a con? Oh no, it doesn't matter. Is this one also immune to necrotic?
It is not.
Oh, then give me a con save.
All right. It's super good at those. That's a 4.
Yay! That'll take. Is it? Do I double the dice or double the damage? Because I have being in gross form.
I believe it's double the dice. Or no, I believe it's double the damage. I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah, I
double
believe
the
it's
damage.
double the damage.
All right, that'll be a D8 times 2.
All right, go for it.
Please, that's 14.
Yeah, we take that. That's all right. So it's going to roll its attacks here. First one is going to be an 18.
Meets it, beats it.
All right, and then the second one's going to miss with a 13. So
All right.
that is going to be 5 points of slashing damage, and I need a wisdom saving throw.
I'm good at those. I'm not that good at those. That's an 11.
Meets it, beats it.
Hey,
So you stave off the frightened condition.
you can't scare me. I'm already kind of creepy.
All right. Mizzet. It's big. It's stuffed with hay. And it's scary.
And it freaking hurt me. Ow! That is not the greatest feeling ever. And I'm going to try to hit it back.
All right, go for it.
Hopefully this is a hit. With a 27.
Yeah, it's definitely going to hit.
All right, cool. So real quick before I do rolling a damage, I am going to do my brand of castigation.
All righty.
Castigation. That is a
Yep,
word.
brand of castigation. So for those of you that are at home and don't really know what blood hunters do, once prolong a short rest whenever he damages a creature with a weapon that has an active right, such as his right of flame, he can sear an arcane brand into that creature. He will always know the direction of the branded creature as long as it is on the same plane as him. Each time the creature deals damage to him or another creature that he can see within 5 feet, the branded creature takes psychic damage, and this will last until he dismisses it or applies the brand to another creature. So yeah, very nice. Go ahead and roll your damage for your attack.
So for the rapier itself is 13.
Very nice.
As far as the 1d8 of fire, it is a 2.
All right. You see the fire does go through, doesn't have the same effect as it did with the other scarecrows, but also doesn't have a lessened effect.
I'll take a not lessened effect.
And I'll say you have your second attack, yes?
Yes, I do.
All right.
18.
Yes, that will hit.
It's a 9.
Very nice.
And 6 fire.
Very nice. Whoops, 6, not 65. All right. That'll bring us to the scarecrow's turn. And it's, you see as it kind of curls its arms and lets out this like blood curdling like screech. I will need all of you to make me con saves.
Oh, hey, I'm good at those.
And we'll go down the list.
Right. I am good at those.
Sorry, you do have bardic inspiration.
You're right. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
so-
That's not enough. What's your inspiration again? What dot?
I believe I am currently a D.
That's not worth it. I rolled a 4.
There.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So, Brody, what did you get?
I got a 21.
All right. 21 is going to save. So you will take 9 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah, I'd have been concerned if it didn't.
Kira, with your 4, you're going to take 19 points of necrotic damage.
Ouch.
Mizzet,
12.
12, you're going to take 19 points of necrotic damage.
Yeah.
And Marcus.
I rolled a 19.
All right. You will take 9 points of necrotic damage.
All right, having that to 4 because I am resistant to necrotic damage. Or would it be 5?
Half round down. So
Yeah,
4.
so 4. Yep.
All right. And you see as these strange shadowy stitches kind of like bind some of the slices together. They doesn't look like it necessarily healed, but it definitely got something out of that. And then it is going to attack you, is it?
That seems about correct.
All right. That's if I would have rolled an actual D20 instead of a D12, that'd have been cool. There we go. That is going to be a 23, or no, I'm sorry,
yeah.
a 37 to connect.
Silvery bars.
Oh, yeah.
Can you silver? That's just a reroll, correct?
Yes.
All right.
You
let's
take the
reroll
lower.
that. Hey, look at that. That's a natural 1.
Oh, thank goodness.
Misses that attack, and then it's going to swing up at you with its claws. Actually, you know
which is
what? It's
worse.
going to swing back and it's going to try to go for Brody on this one because
Yeah,
Brody did some interesting things with that sword of his.
Brody, you have advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw you make within the next 10 rounds.
Okay.
That is going to be a 26 to connect, Brody.
That will connect.
Alrighty, and you'll take 8 points of necrotic damage.
All right.
And you see as just a little bit of the damage you guys have inflicted does in fact legitimately close up after the use of those claws. Brings us to Marcus.
All right.
And now I have to do cool things.
Then I will go ahead and bonus action Hexblade's Curse this legendary creature.
Alrighty,
No save included.
Nope. It is Hexblade.
So I just get an extra 4 points of damage for every hit, and I have a 19 to 20 critical threshold. And I am going to go ahead and swing at it twice with my longsword.
Alright, go for it.
A dirty 20 for the first swing.
Yep, that'll connect.
Plus 4 makes that 16 points of damage.
Nice.
Second attack, a 16.
That will miss.
Darn.
This thing just narrowly manages to kind of like slink its body away from your sword.
All right, that was action, bonus action. And for movement, he is going to possibly get an attack of opportunity here, but I'm going to move into this corner here.
Damn it. All right.
Oh, you're going to try to fire off another line?
I had a cooler move in mind, but yeah, I can still do things. I just got to move first.
All right. Anything else, Marcus?
Nope, that's it.
All right. That brings us to Brody.
All right.
Okay. Before Brody starts, just do apologize. Just want to make sure. Did you do this 4 psychic damage for the brand?
It does nothing.
Oh, good.
All right, well,
But yes, I did consider that.
I'm going to step 5 feet to the not north.
Got it. 5. I believe that was east in your mind.
No, that's east in real life. So that's definitely
No,
south.
that was definitely west in real life.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. All right. Life imitating art.
Cool. So I'm gonna move there, and then
All
I'm
right.
going to use one of my meta magics and use Quicken spell for 2
All right.
sorcery points, meaning I can cast as a bonus action. And I'm going to use my only 4th level spell slot to cast Adakan's Lightning Step.
Alrighty.
So I am surrounded by a blue lightning. I can teleport up to 50 feet to a space that I can see as long as it's unoccupied. Passing through anything, it will then have a line of lightning trailing behind me that is 5 feet wide and up to 50 feet long if I teleport that far. So I'm going to need a dex save from him as I just kind of teleport through him.
Sure. That is a 16.
Cool. So that is going to meet the save. So half a 25.
All right. So 12 points.
Right. Of lightning. And this ignites anything flammable that isn't being worn or carried.
All right. So you see as some of the corn you guys currently in catches fire.
Yeah. So like I said, I'm going to teleport the 5 feet.
There's a lot of corn on fire though, but it's very as previously described. It's a very alive field, so like it's it's a little wet, or dew and whatnot. So it's not going to be a hazard for you guys.
So having done that, I'm then going to turn around with my scimitar and slash at him.
Alrighty, go
for
it.
a 19, and since I am a champion fighter, that is a critical.
Yep, go ahead, and that obviously hits. Go ahead and roll double dice.
Yeah, it is not. There we go. Gotta switch
Yeah,
to
it
crit
doesn't
damage.
I don't think it auto triggers a crit, so just right click on the damage, and you'll see a critical option.
So that is going to be 10 points of this damage.
Alrighty.
And then I'm going to swing it again for an 18.
That will still hit.
Cool. So 9 points of damage. And then you see me pop another one of my constellations because I still have those. And I'm going to use probably Draco if I can figure out where on my sheet that is located. Hit the breeze fire in a 30-foot cone, and I think I should be able to just sort of fire it off so I don't hit any of these guys with where I'm currently standing.
I will say just barely.
Awesome. So that is going to be 2d6 of fire damage then.
Is that another dex save, or does that just?
I don't think there is there save. Yeah, there is a dex save.
There. Yeah, dexterity. Alrighty, let's give that a try. Oh, hey, that's only a 14.
That does not save. So you are taking, those are d4s.
Indeed, they are.
So you are taking 9 points of fire damage, so 18 total.
Does not double for this scarecrow.
Ah, fair enough. So 9.
But does go through. Alrighty. Anything else, Brody?
No, I think we're good.
All right. So you see as you guys just ravage this thing with attacks, you watch as it stares over, kind of like through where you are, Brody. And in an instant, you see as it disappears and another scarecrow appears. And Kira, suddenly it is directly in front of you.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
And with that, it is Kira's turn.
Oh, well, hello there.
So what are you doing, Kira? Okay.
I have a question. All right.
Sure.
What's the weather like today?
Overcast.
Overcast? Okay. Any chance of rain?
Doesn't necessarily look like it. Since you guys have got here, it is like constantly looked like it was gonna rain, but hasn't.
Call lightning. So there's a chance for rain now.
Yeah.
It creates a storm cloud that is in a 10-foot tall cylinder, 60-foot radius, centered on right above us, and I can call lightning in a spot, and it will do damage to everything within 5 feet of that spot.
You said a 60-foot radius?
Yep, 60 foot around us.
Yep, hang on.
Just center it on the map. Center it on the cornfield because it's a big fucking radius.
Well, it's going to be centered. It is centered on you, so there is part of the cornfield.
It's centered on a place I can see, which I guess is still just me because of where we are.
Arguably centered on Marcus.
Yes, yeah, centered on Marcus. Centered on Marcus. That's as far as I can get it.
Send it, see what happens.
Yeah.
Luckily, I can use chromatic warning.
It's true, and because it's a 5 foot. It's a point. I can damage a point and then do 5 damage, and it does 5 damage around that point. I'm targeting right behind the legendary scarecrow.
Okay.
So it only hits the legendary scarecrow. So can I get a dex save?
You absolutely
as lightning
can.
strikes.
That is only going to be an 11.
That'll do it. That'll hit me. That'll hit it. So that will be. Did I ever actually hit the? Yes, I hit the cast spell button. Or did I? Yes. That is just a good old 3d10 lightning.
There you go.
Ooh, that's
very
28,
nice.
28 lightning.
Very nice. Alrighty.
And then as my my bonus action, I am going to I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
And I'm going to go this way.
All right.
Hide behind the bigger people. Actually, because I can do diagonals. Right. 15 or 5, 10, 15. And just hide behind Marcus.
All right, so now we're going to do that scarecrow that it swapped with. At
the beginning of its turn, can I get that con save again?
Con save?
Con save.
Alrighty. 14.
That does not do it, so that damage does be 10 points necrotic.
All right. So this thing is going to lash out at It doesn't really know what's going on, so we're just going to roll a d6. Mizit, you're 1-2, Marcus 3-4, Brody 5-6.
Okay.
Of course, Mizit it is.
Cool.
First one's only a 12 to connect.
Nope.
The second one's a dirty 20 to connect.
Ew. Yes.
And that'll be for 6 points of slashing damage, and I will need a wisdom saving throw.
It was a 6.
All right, you are frightened of this scarecrow until the end of its next turn.
Cool. So as it does that, I'm using my reaction thanks to the Sentinel feat. And since it attacked somebody within 5 feet of me that is not me, I can attack it with a melee attack.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm bringing my scimitar
You have
down.
advantage.
Oh, I do have advantage.
Yeah, you didn't use it last turn.
Thank you. 15?
15 will connect.
Cool. Hey, look at that. Max damage, 11 points.
Very nice. Alrighty, and that'll bring us to Mizit.
Man, I am scared of this one. This is, for some reason, scarier than the bigger one.
Scarecrows will never be the same.
Not the same after today. I don't trust any scarecrows after today. Is there a way for me to just go away from this one to just try to go for the bigger one again?
I mean, you certainly can.
It will try to hit me, I assume.
It absolutely will.
Okay.
So it's going to swing a ding ding with an 18.
It hits.
All right. That'll be 4 points of slashing damage.
Okay. That is really
All right.
hurtful.
But yeah, you are now up on the big guy.
Well, big guy's been causing me a bunch of problems, so I'm going to feel like I need to become a problem for him at some point here. I'm going to transform in my
All right,
transformation.
So you watch as Mizit kind of like curls up, and as he kind of stands up, you see as all of the armor and such that was previously wearing kind of melds in, and now fur and a tall, lanky but muscular body of a werewolf stands, but still with those piercing green eyes.
And I'm just going to take my chances and just start swinging at this guy with my claws here.
All right.
With an 18.
Yeah, that'll hit.
This will be slashing.
Give me 1 second. I gotta check something real quick. There it is. That's all right. Nope, I just had to make sure. So you carve into this, and it doesn't do anything.
Not magical. Got it.
Yep, that's why I had to double check to see if your attacks were considered magical or not.
No.
Nope, not until you apply your right to them.
Yep, and that's that'll be till next turn.
Both claws do count as one weapon, just so you know.
Yep.
So anything else you'd like to try?
Nope, that was a whole bonus, and now that I know that the regular claws do nothing, which hopefully is information for everybody else.
Oh,
I'll leave it
yeah.
at that.
That's, all right. So, good. It gets its Siphon Fear ability back, so I'll need everybody to make me con saves.
Ah, beans. Not again.
If it makes you feel better, the Scarecrow also has to make a con save.
Oh, it kind of does, actually.
Ew.
Oh, that poor
This
Scarecrow.
time, I'm going
It
to
crumbles
use the inspiration.
Scarecrow crumbles into dust. All right, and we'll
Fuck
go through
you.
everybody in just a second here. That good, huh? All right, so let's roll this. All right. Oof. All right, so we'll start with Mizit. What'd you get?
11.
Oh, 26 points of necrotic damage.
Ew.
Marcus,
That would be a 10.
26 points of necrotic damage, halved to 13 since you're an Aethamar.
Yep.
Brody,
17?
meets it, beats it. So that'll be 13 points of necrotic damage.
All right.
And Kira.
26 points of necrotic damage.
Oh yeah, that's not.
That was a rough old one, everybody who can't see
I
the
rolled
wall.
a 10.
That's a 9 on the save and a 1 on the inspiration.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh,
Yep. So it's 26 points of necrotic damage.
and I am no
Alright, was it the same
longer
number as
in
me?
my spore form.
Okay, so you watch as that halo that was surrounding kind of all of you, those little puffball spores, kind of just all coalesce back into Kira's body.
And just as a frame of reference, I can still do the reaction damage, the one that's not immune to necrotic damage. It just
Oh, that one got that one got crumbled by the Siphon Fear ability.
well, no, I still have that. It just isn't double damage anymore. Now it's just a D8.
Yeah. All right, and then it is going to take its attacks on you, Mizzet, because you're right there.
Yep.
So it is going to do its shadowy scythe. And you do see as like those shadowy threads kind of sew part of it together again.
I'm going to go ahead and call Silvery Barbs on that one already.
That's a very, very smart idea because that was a natural 20.
Can you stop?
No. But that is still going to be a 22 to connect.
Yeah.
All right. And that'll be, okay, that's pretty low. It's 8 points of slashing damage.
So half to 4.
Yeah, because you are resistant to, well, it is magical. Does that should break through your resistance?
Let me make sure with it because it doesn't really, unfortunately, say so.
It should. Yeah, from non-magical attacks, not
right,
made
good.
with silvered weapons.
So
So, yeah, magic or silver bad, regular, fine. All right, and then it's gonna make its second swing. Oh, that's gonna hella miss. That is a 14.
Yep.
And then a singular attack with its necrotic claw. Aw, that's only gonna be a 13.
No, I already used my reaction. I can't do anything.
So that'll bring us to Marcus.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and bonus action on a 4th level spell.
Oh, sorry, Kira, I need you to make me a concentration check for call.
Oh yeah, you're right. I have advantage on those.
You need to roll me. Yes, and you need to roll me a 13 or higher.
Okay, I can do that.
Well, probably.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've seen the way you've been rolling.
I mean, honestly, probably short of like a natural 1, really.
Okay, yeah, that's a modified 20.
All right, good to go. Sorry, go ahead, Marcus.
First of all, for my reaction, actually, I'm going to give Mizzet the advantage on the next ability check, saving throw, or attack check it makes.
Yep. All right. So, yeah, whatever roll you make next, Mizzet, whatever D20 roll you make next, you have advantage on.
Good to know. Thank you.
And then, where is my... There it is. I'm gonna burn my 4th level spell slot.
All righty.
As Marcus makes his way around to the scarecrow here. He will say aloud, disengage if you need. I will try and keep its ire. And as a inspiring speech, it'll be mass healing word for everybody. So everybody will take 11 points of healing, myself included. No more 4th level slots. That's fine. And then for my action, I am going to, I don't have anything good that's fire. Yeah, no, I'm just going to slash him twice with my longsword.
All righty, go ahead.
Oh, the 12 for the first swing.
That'll miss.
And a critical for the second one, because that's a 19.
Right. Go ahead and
natty 19.
roll your damage.
Yep. Plus 4 makes that 19 points of slashing damage.
Nice. Very nice. Anything else?
Bonus action. I guess I'll just take another 5-foot step over this way. Just so I'm not in Brody's direct line if he wants to do something, but...
Fair enough.
I appreciate that.
That will bring us to Brody.
Cool. Meta magic. So I can cast Scorching Ray as a bonus action.
Sure.
I'm going to upcast it at 3rd level, which gives me 4 total Scorching Rays. I'm going to fire all of them at this guy. I'm just going to roll all 4 first and tell me what hits and what doesn't.
Yeah, that's fine. It still has some hit points, so
that's fine. First one's going to be a 20.
Hang on one second. You're gonna need to make those at disadvantage.
Am I?
You're within 5 feet of the creature.
You're right. There. Then we'll take that. We'll take that as a 14, and I'll roll the rest from here.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Go ahead. First one misses.
16.
Misses.
25.
Yeah, it's definitely a hit.
All right. And 19.
And that'll hit as well. So go ahead and roll 2
2 sets of those.
Raise worth of damage.
All right. So that is, I'm just gonna roll 46, make it easy on myself.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then that is fire. So 9 points.
Very nice.
And then I'm gonna stab at it. I'm gonna slash at it, I guess.
All right, go ahead.
For a 20.
Yeah, 20 will hit.
Cool. 7 points of damage there, and my second slash. Ooh, 18.
That'll hit as well.
Ooh, all right. For another 7.
All right, fantastic. All right, that will bring us to.
You know what?
Unless you want to move anywhere.
Considering it, I don't have any way to break away without.
If you can give me a spot where I can lightning bolt
Problematic.
again without lightning bolt in front of you.
You mean you could just not?
Well, no,
You could just move.
well, no. The problem is it's the sky. You need to be. I need a spot where I don't ping one of you. So if you can move next to the other side of Brody, I would be able to hit it from, where.
Yeah, but I'm Brody.
Oh, you are Brody. Never mind. You're
Brody.
not the problem. You're not the problem. It's Mizzet. It's Mizzet and Marcus who's the problem. You've done nothing wrong actually today.
I know. I improvised a flash step slash using ridiculous amounts of lightning damage.
And it helped me a lot. So continue your turn.
I mean, that's all I got.
Yeah.
All right, so that does bring us to Kira.
That's me. All right. I can't lightning bolt it without hurting one of you. And I don't want to do that because that would be bad. If you were to give a number to your hit points, how are you doing?
Realistically, everybody but Mizzet is doing pretty all right, and Mizzet's doing less than all right.
All right. In that case, I am going to take a step towards Mizzet, and let's give it let's go. Yeah, 3rd level cure wounds.
All right, go ahead and roll them d8s.
That'd be 18 healing. 18
Nice.
Who are we healing?
Mizzet.
Mizzet.
Oh, good. They need it.
So 18 points of healing for Mizzet.
And I don't have any good bonus actions, so that's my turn.
All right. That will bring us to Mizzet.
Uh-oh. Well, let me first give the lightning regeneration of 5 hit points.
Yep, because you are below 60, and since you are above 66, you do not have to make a frenzy check.
Start a turn.
Well, yeah, it was
before. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, your lichen healing goes before that specifically.
Whew.
So you are 2 points above your threshold.
Yep.
Gotta love it.
Yep. And now we're just going to do the same thing we did before to make ourselves effective enough for them. We know it. And it's maybe another Crimson Ride.
All right.
D8 of necrotic. It's not like this thing's already doing it to me at all. Oh, hell.
So you take 8 points of necrotic damage to activate your Crimson Right.
Yep.
And are you going with Rite of Flame?
Yep.
All right. Wasn't sure if you were going to try anything else.
I don't know how thunder feels for this scarecrow, so I think fire is just going to do just fine.
All right, fair enough. Go ahead and you can make your attacks.
All right. First one, 16.
That'll miss, but
Unfortunate.
just barely.
And second is 27.
That'll definitely hit. I'll have to check my books, but I'm pretty sure that'll hit.
Well, that's 11 slashing.
Alrighty.
And 2 fire.
All right. And anything else? I think that's all your turn unless you want to move.
I will move, I guess, around it.
Yep,
To kind of help surround it.
Alrighty. And that'll bring us to its turn. Let's see if it gets its Siphon Fear ability back. And it do.
Mine's not good.
Gotta love recharge. Gotta love recharges of 5 or 6. All right, so let's go ahead and round up those con saves, everybody.
Okay.
Just make sure I have the advantage still from the
Yes.
orchestration.
Yes, because you didn't use it on your attacks.
Yep, for this case.
Grand.
Hey, lucky for you guys, I rolled pretty low this time.
Actually,
All right, so Mizzet, what did you get?
18.
All right, that'll only be 6 points of necrotic damage.
Yay!
I rolled real low this time. There's a lot of low ass numbers. Marcus.
that was 12.
So that will be, because it's halved because you're an ASMR, 6 points of necrotic damage. Brody.
22.
6 points of necrotic damage.
I rolled
And
above a
Kira.
10 this time. Not much, but it's 13.
Not quite enough. So it'd be 12 points of necrotic damage.
That's a problem.
And then, man, who to hit? Man, y'all have been doing a lot to it. It's going to take a Shadow Scythe attack at Brody first.
It's fair strategy.
So that's only going to be a 17 to connect.
That is not going to connect.
All right. Second Scythe is coming at you, Marcus.
Cool.
That is going to be a 23.
Cool.
Yep.
Then I'm going to use my reaction from Sentinel to slash at it.
Yeah. Go ahead and make your attack while I roll damage here.
Tall. I rolled a 1.
That is going to be 14 points of slashing damage, Marcus. And that is definitely going to miss, Brody.
Yeah, it's fair.
And then the claws, of course, are coming for you, Mizzet.
On brand.
That's going to be a 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty. And that'll be a super low. It's going to be 6 points of necrotic damage.
Something tells me this number sounds familiar.
Yeah, right. All right. And that will bring us to Marcus.
All right. I'm going to go ahead use my bonus action for Celestial Revelation. So the Radiant Soul ability, a pair of spectral wings sprout out from my back. These like sort of golden glowing wings. And I get to deal an extra 4 radiant damage. Oh, no, wait. Yeah, 4 radiant damage on one of my attacks at each turn for the next minute.
All right.
And I will swing a ding-ding with the longsword.
All right. Go ahead and make your attacks.
19 to hit.
That will connect.
All right. 15 slashing for radiant.
Very nice.
And then second attack is a critical.
All right. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Mm,
So 18 slashing for radiant.
It's only on one of your attacks per turn.
Oh, no, wait. Yeah, you're right. My bad.
Oh, you're good.
I mean, the
So-
4 goes through the same amount either way, so I guess it doesn't
Well,
matter.
yeah. All right. Very nice. Anything else?
That was action, bonus action. Marcus goes up 5 feet, staying within melee range, but also being off the ground so people can do line attacks underneath them.
Can you do me a favor and also move
All right.
south 5 feet, just so I don't lightning bolt you?
Real south or fake south?
Real south.
I believe I can
Thank
do
you.
that
still melee
because I'm
range.
still within its melee range. Yep.
All righty. 1 second here. All right. That brings us to Brody.
Oh, sweet. Well, I'm going to back up. I don't want to do that. Do I want to do that? Yeah, I'm going to risk the opportunity attack and back up a bit.
Okay. It's definitely going to take it.
Yeah,
It's going to swipe out you with its claws. That is going to be a 19.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll be 9 points of necrotic damage.
All right, that's worth it. I'm also then going to use meta magic, quicken spell, so I can still do that one more time. And I'm going to once again upcast Scorching Ray.
All
And
right.
now it is not at disadvantage.
Correct.
So I'm going to throw 4 of these. I'm just going to roll them all. And then we'll...
Yeah, go for it.
First one's a 16.
Miss.
23.
Hit.
19.
Hit.
And 18.
Hit.
All right. So then that
Very
is
nice.
going to
3
be
rays.
6 of those. And then since I'm casting that as a bonus action, cool. That's going to be 27 points of fire damage.
Very nice.
Now, my question, can I cast another spell since I used it as a bonus action?
Yes,
All right.
because that's how we do things here.
Cool. That's what I figured. You know what? I like my Scorching Ray, so I'm just going to cast it as a regular second level now.
Sure, go ahead.
And that's going to be 3 of these. Let's see what we got. First one's not going to hit. It's 9.
Yeah, it's a miss.
Second one should. It's a 19.
That's a hit.
And third one definitely should. It's a 25.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead and roll
All right.
damage.
Oh, not bad. 15.
Very nice.
Uh,
Alrighty. Anything else?
I'm going to move back in.
Okay, easy enough.
No, they're gonna hate. They're gonna hate me. She's gonna hate me. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to block their line.
Well, I will remind you that you don't really you take half.
It's not a
from
line
lightning.
attack. It's a from sky.
And I will also remind you that you can use a reaction to
Yeah,
become immune to lightning, or not a reaction, or is it a bonus action for
It
you?
is
I
a
can-
bonus action.
Mitch, as long as I can see where I'm going.
but you
can
are
just put yourself in
you
front
are
of me.
resistant off the bit. Yeah, but like I said, also, I mean, you are resistant, so I mean, you take half
Yeah.
anyway.
I'm going to move down there next to Mizit at the very least.
All right, easy enough. That brings us to Kira.
I'm going to place a lightning bolt right here. Oh, it didn't.
Alrighty, and it's a
Just in the dex
dex
save.
save. All right, that'll be a 19.
That one gets it, so it's only half damage. All right, give me a second to.
Brody, you don't have to make a dex save.
Yeah, I realized that as I rolled it.
All right,
I rolled well. That's 8.
nice, very
8
nice.
lightning.
All right, anything for your bonus?
I don't think I've got any good. Actually, I'm going to hide in the corn as I walk south. Put meat
Yeah.
shields in front of me.
Sure. As you
That's
walk,
non-natural 20.
and where are you walking to?
Let's go place myself behind them. Behind
All
Ruby.
right. All right.
Coward.
Yes.
So that is good. Yeah. Alrighty. So that will take us to Mizit.
Is it?
Mizit.
How would you like me to figure it out? Sorry, I'm just working on health here.
I know you're good.
I think sure you
You
were still
don't-
there.
You don't have much. But you have just enough that you need to make me a save.
Yes, I do.
So that is going to be a wisdom saving throw,
I
DC
need an
8.
8. Yep.
No, not the whiz.
Oh, does not
Oh,
make it.
That's not good. All right. So, give me a second here. Wow. All right. You have some options. 1, 2, 3. You have 4 options, in fact.
Yes, I
So,
do.
I'm going to label them for you, and you're going to roll me a d4 to see who you lash out at.
Oh,
Got it.
The Scarecrow will be 1. Marcus will be 2. Kira will be 3. Brody will be 4. Go ahead and roll your d4.
Let's go.
What are the odds, you know?
Hey, it was a
Hell
one,
yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
With a 1, go ahead and make your attack against the Scarecrow.
This thing ain't got no blood, but I'm gonna make it bleed all right.
Can I use my
You don't know what it's
reaction
got.
to stab Mizit?
26 to the hit.
Yeah, 26 is going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, that's nothing.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
That's true. And
All right.
how much fire?
Very nice.
Second one.
That one will
Okay.
miss.
And bonus action attack.
Ah, yes, because werewolf stuff. Yeah, it's going to hit.
It's 11 slashing
Very nice.
with 7 fire.
Very nice. Very nice. It will once again be the Scarecrow's turn, and it will once again roll for its Siphon Fear. But with a 2, it does not get it back.
Ooh.
So instead, it's going to kind of looks amongst you because there's, a target-rich environment here. And it's going to go for you, Brody.
Yeah, all right.
So first scythe attack is going to be a dirty 20.
Yeah, it'll hit.
That'll be 18 points of slashing damage.
Oh, that's bad. That's a lot.
Second attack. Oh, is a natty 1, so that's going to miss.
Who was
And
it
then
attacking?
it's you still.
Oh, that's mean.
And then final attack with its claws is only a 16.
That does not
So
hit.
that will miss you. And that will be all for it. Marcus.
I am concerned.
All right. Bonus action. I will go ahead and say aloud, keep your wits about you. We'll be able to defeat it. And I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word again at 3rd level this time.
Alrighty.
So 8 points of healing to everybody.
All right.
All right. Go ahead and everyone heal up 8 points.
Nice. I have 69 hit points.
Hey, yo.
We love to
Nice.
see it. We love to see it.
I'm down 69 hit points.
Oh.
The duality of
feeling.
D&D.
Can I have them back?
And for your action, Marcus.
For my action, I will. Yeah, I'm just gonna swing at it again.
Yeah, go for it. This thing doesn't look great. You guys have been harrowing it for quite some time.
Harrowing is a fun word.
It is.
Dirty 20 for the first.
That'll definitely hit. Roll me some damage.
Sure. That'll be 13 slashing, 4 radiant.
How would you like to do this, Marcus?
Marcus will just drop down on it and plant the sword into the head.
All right. So as you drop down and carve through this gourd head, it kind of falls to the ground, and you see the features of this carved face somehow seem to soften into a smile as its eyes close. You hear across the wind a whispered "Thank you" drift from the body as it collapses into splinters and mold, dropping from the chest a silvered knife.
Oh.
Glimmering on top of the scarecrow's deteriorated form.
I will grab that.
As this kind of goes, as it falls to the ground, you see the crows start to caw, loud and in unison, and you see as two of them turn into imps. They kind of look down and shriek in anger, and then vanish in a flash of flame.
I look at Marcus. Told you it was the freaking birds.
You know what, Brody? You're right. Good call.
Thank you.
So, but
I'm going to look at Mizzet.
doesn't look good, but he's here.
I'm just looking at the head and just giving it a smell at everything. Just,
I mean,
Still
technically
bloodthirsty.
looks better than Brody, but But there is nothing else in this field. Like I said, you see the crows dissipate. 2 more of them, after the imps disappear, also disappear in little gouts of flame. And then you hear a snarling from the tree line and some sounds of what sounds like little fire bolts popping off as what you can assume is other things that were reported to be in the woods disappearing. And you are
right.
officially out of combat.
I'm gonna relight my pipe.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
So, did we win?
I'm gonna drop Orwell Form.
Do we?
Yeah.
Do we go home now? Oh wait, we should probably go tell the girl that we.
Yeah, she
saved her
did
farm?
ask that. She did ask that if you could find the knife that Sybil saw in her dream, to bring it back to try and help Sybil move past her trauma.
Yeah, let's go traumatize Sybil.
Holding the knife in my hand right now with all the eldritchy bull crap that I've done in my past, does this knife feel like it's got or something has a hold on it or anything like that?
Nope, just silver.
Okay, so it was probably the demons then. Or devils, I guess in this case. Let's head on back. And we'll make our way.
All right. So as you make your way back to the town, the travel is mundane, and you guys do manage to, not that it matters, but you do manage to get a little short rest in. You guys
My
arrive
spell
back.
slots.
You guys arrive back at Telma's house. And as you present the knife to Sybil, she kind of lightly hugs it against her chest as if cradling a person, and starts to weep and says, "All this tragedy is finally over." And she kind of stops for a moment, and she hands the knife back to you, Marcus, and goes, "I'd like you to keep it. I feel I should no longer hold on to the past. The last bit I intend to burn." And Telma walks over and thanks you all profusely for helping Sybil make peace with her past, and wishes you well on any further journeys, and tells you that anytime you're ever in the area, you're always welcome at her home.
All right then. Most generous offer and a good job done, I suppose, as he just kind of pockets the knife.
So as you guys pack up and head back to the guild HQ, the sun setting over the hills, a job well done, people helped, evil slain. And that will conclude our one-shot adventure for today. Now, for those of you that are wondering what exactly took place at the Ovana farmstead, I will read you what actually happened, since we are now done. The truth of what happened the night Sybil failed to return to her farmhouse. Her father, Phineas, was bitten by a were-raven several hours after she left. Her mother, Cassandra, tried to save him, but when Phineas succumbed to the curse and lashed out at her, she took her silvered carving knife and killed him. However, Phineas's confused and tortured spirit failed to pass into the afterlife, instead passing into the scarecrow that they had carved together. Scarecrow took Cassandra by surprise and killed her, but not before she was able to plunge the knife into its wooden body, burying it to the hilt. The Scarecrow still haunts the cornfield, killing and devouring any creature that wanders into it. A group of imps and hellhounds have been drawn to the cornfield by its dark power and tend to circle the field in crow form and in the tree line that borders the field. They feed on the souls of the creatures that the Scarecrow kills and deliver them to their infernal superiors in the Nine Hells. So, thank you so much, everybody, for listening and joining us on this fun, spooky, Halloween-adjacent episode. We appreciate everybody. And if you enjoyed what you listened to, feel free to drop a comment, share us with your friends, drop a like, hit that subscribe button and whatnot. And make sure to tune in for all the fun one-shots and campaigns that we have here on the Storm Gaming Alliance. So until next time, have a great night.
Take care.
Thanks again.
Yeah.
Bye.
Every part of me wants to bonus action summon a chair and sit down.
This thing ain't got no blood, but I'm gonna make it bleed all right.
Oh no, my bones.
You look like a piece of shit. Come on.
It's big. It's stuffed with hay. And it's scary.